අරලිගා මන්දිරයට සමීපව තිබෙනා වූ එම ශාලාවේ එක්ස්පෝ කියන වචනේ අදහස් කරන්නේ සල්පිලක් පන්ති විකුණන කඩයක් නෑ ඒක නෙමෙයි කිසිසේත්ම ඒක නෙමෙයි අදහස. ඇත්තටම මේ රට පුරා සිටිනා වූ දරුවන් වයස අවුරුදු 15ට වැඩි ඒ දරුවන් තමුන්ගේ අනාගතය ගැන තීරණය කරන අවස්ථාවේදී දෙමාපියන් ගුරු මහත්මයන් සහ විදුහල්පතිතුමාලා ඒ සියලු දෙනාම මේකට සම්බන්ධ වීමට තමයි සැලසුම් කොට තියෙන්නේ. සල්පිල නෙවෙයි එන්ගේජ්මන්ට්. ඉතින් මේකට තවත් ඔබට දැනගන්න අවස්ථාව පාරනවා. ඊයේදී ඒ වගේම තවත් රසවත් කාරණයක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ දේවල් හැකියාවන් පුහුණුව ලබා ගන්න පමණක් නෙමෙයි ඉංජිනේරින්ග් ඇග්‍රිකල්චර් ඒ පමණක්වත් නෙමෙයි ව්‍යවසායකයෙක් වීමට මොකක්ද අවශ්‍ය කියන දෙයක් දරුවන්ගේ හිතට පස් ගන්නට අවශ්‍යයි. How does one become an entrepreneur? How do you set up your own business? එවැනි දේවල් මේකට අන්තර්ගත වෙලා තියෙනවා කියලා අපි යන්නට අවශ්‍යයි. ඒ පුහුණුව නීතිමය පැත්තෙන් ඒවා ලියකියවිලි කොහොමද පුරවා රෙජිස්ටර් කරන්නේ, ලියාපදිංචි කරන්නේ, ඕ වගේ දේවල් දරුවන්ට දැනගන්න වටිනවා. අන්න ඒවත් මේකට ඇතුළත් කරලා කියන එක මම මේ ලූනින් කියනවා යන්නේ. දැන් අපිට ඉඩකඩ පොඩ්ඩක් තියෙනවා ප්‍රශ්න උත්තර වලට. හැබැයි ඊට ඉස්සෙල්ලා we got to invite Mr. Upwata to hand over to our chief guest the token of appreciation. Wonderful. So, we have an opportunity to field some questions if you have them. Prashna natnam me vishaya natnam me now expo එක සම්බන්ධව තව සාකච්ඡා කරන්න සුදුසු නම් අවශ්‍ය නම් ඒ සම්බන්ධයෙන් ප්‍රශ්න අනුවන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ රැස්වී සිටිනා මහත්මයා මහත්මිය වයම් කරයි. So we have an opportunity for a Q&A. So we leave that with you. Is there anything that needs clarification, explanation beyond what was excellently discussed previously by all? You have a microphone that's already here. In any case, if anyone wants to ask a question, you don't need to shout from there. Please raise your arm. Don't raise the hand because you can't see it. Arm. Then the microphone will be brought to where you are, and you can speak up if you wish. Right, it does look like that's pretty well covered and comprehensively. We like to suggest that you will have an opportunity to converse with all of the stakeholders in this wonderful enterprise. This, as we said, is a media launch. Oh, there is a question. Oh, wonderful, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't see.
So thanks for the opportunity. I'm Shani from Avance. So it's a lot of sense making what the Prime Minister was talking about. So my background is I'm from Colombo and from a school, a private school. I had the same challenge in terms of deciding what I'm supposed to do. So I've tried few areas and then I thought I'll stick to HR sometime after. I started from business administration to IT and then ended up with HR. So currently, we have at Avance, we have few challenges. We have a IT support staff at Avance, and people who come from VTA and MITA. We have seen the candidates who come for the interview is having a lot of problems, or not comfortable with facing the interviews and answering the basic questions. So I hope with these reforms, those areas will also be touched and covered, because I feel bad sitting for the interview and seeing them, facing this challenge and answering, like the basic questions. So I suppose the lecturers who's maybe teaching them, take them through a proper maybe industrial training also, so that they understand what areas that we are looking for. Thanks.
Thank you for that question. Certainly, I think that's part of the entire. I would ask Himali to answer that, because we are introducing a model on career readiness. But other than that, this is also about confidence building. Right? You can't some of these things you can't really just teach, but a young person needs to have the confidence and the faith in themselves that they can go out and face these kinds of situations. So that's the model that we are trying to have, which is whereas right now it's a much more preparing a child for an examination. The whole education system is focused towards passing exams. It's not about facing the kinds of situations that you described, right? So this is the major change that we are trying to bring about, but I'm going to ask Himali to, because we are that module is going to be part of the school system, but even right now they do this.
Thank you very well, thank you, madam. Actually, we have identified this problem also for all our sectors, where the student is unable to communicate properly. We have been teaching the technology, but not the soft skills. So we are introducing, in the process of introducing the soft skills, 21st century skills into our curricula, so that all our students there will be different personalities in different students, but we from the ministry and our training provider sides, we are trying to give them the best skills, not only the technical skills, but the soft skills also, so that they will thrive in the industry.
Thank you, that was good. Yes, one more.
Okay, some small question from my end. We have to basically consider about the next lesson when it comes to skill development. So as you know, one of the main income from ladies for Sri Lanka for housemaids. So we are simply just housemaid without skills just for USD 500,000, USD 500,000. But the same we can just have a curriculum from government, this 3 months program about NVQ level 5 kind of program. So there are in Europe, there are this opportunity for USD 2,500 to 3,000. So are we sending this unskilled labor to overseas or healthcare professional to the world? So I mean, you have to consider these things rather than anything, because we are, having a major income from ladies of Sri Lanka. Shame to, mention that.
Well, I think we need to be really thankful to those women, because our country has survived thus far with their sweat and blood and tears. So I think we need to also appreciate what they have done, but you're absolutely right that we need to be sending higher skilled people with higher skills, and I'm going to ask Himali to respond. We already have something going.
Yes, thank you for that question also. actually currently, if it's by means of illegal migration, nobody can migrate for a job without an NVQ certificate. So even there are no unskilled, even domestic workers, there is a NVQ certificate. And for caregiver also, this caregiver sector, this is a new demand. We have identified that, and we are trying to skill most of our ladies, girls, or anyone who's interested in the care sector, because there is so much demand globally. Even in Sri Lanka, there is high demand for caregivers, so we are trying to cater for that demand. The thing is, we are not just a classroom. If we are skilling anyone, we need the workshops. So it will take a little time to have all these facilities to cater for this demand. But we are actually asking the private sector to chip in, because there are no barriers for the private sector to come into the vocational sector, training, be a vocational training provider. The only requirements are that you have to be registered with the TVEC, that is the law, because that's in the Act, and your course has to be accredited by the TVEC. That is to ensure the quality of the program. So private sector, if anyone is interested, it's open, because this care sector is very much in high demand.
So it does appear that that sort of concludes our Q&A, and we are grateful